No, it isn't a stapler. It's a portable wireless printer by Colop called the eMark. Now you probably clicked on this video to wonder if this is worth the purchase for its high asking price. Let's dive right into that and show you how I use it in my business and if it's worth a purchase. Let's go over the specs of this. Its size is 2.9 inches by 4.4 inches and it only weighs about 1.1 pounds. So in the metric, that's 7.4 centimeters by 11.2 centimeters and it weighs in about 0.5 of a kilo. It comes in two colors, black or white. As you can see, we've got the black one. Battery life can go for hundreds of prints without having to charge, but you have a charging dock with you. And I don't see a battery ever being an issue because you have the dock. It needs to be docked all the time or else the print head dries out, so the battery life isn't really that important. The print size is about 1.45 centimeters and it can print as long as 15.2 centimeters. I'll convert that to inches on the screen. And it can stack 3 deep, and we'll demonstrate that right now. I've printed off the print template size and we'll do 2 prints. I've got a few of these sheets, so I'll do one without a guide and one with. So we'll just start off firstly with the single row. This is the full dimensions as we saw before. So I'm just going to put it here and have a guess and just run along. Before going any further, I need to show you how to send your print media to the eMark. I'm using the iPhone app, but it's available on Android. Once your eMark is connected to your phone, you can see multiple print options that you can choose from, such as printing addresses, time, date, numbering, QR code, or even print on a ribbon, which we'll demonstrate shortly. You can also have multiple pre-saved artworks that you can edit at any time. Let's load one in and have a quick fiddle. Here we have a file I use a fair bit to label black pens. Yes, we have thousands of them. This is where we have to use the date numbering system to keep track of the stock. You can change properties such as how many times you want to print, how deep, how long you want to print, continual mark, and a few other great features. That was a very quick look at the app, but if you want me to do an in-depth video on that, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do that for you. Let's get back to printing. So as you can see, that's about the full width, length that you can print, but it's quite hard to go in a straight line, so that's when a tool like this comes in handy that you can purchase off there. I'll throw the price up in that top left hand corner. This is the Colop eMark ruler. It helps you guide, has a little place for your eMark to sit in. So let's just grab a fresh sheet. Lucky I printed a few of these. Let's chuck that in there. Let's chuck that over here. As you can see, it's pretty much bang on. And you can just put that in there and it sits in nicely and you just move it across. It skipped a print, so we'll go one more. This is why we have multiple sheets. Let's do a test over here. Right, put that in here. Right, we're in, and we're gonna go. It's all right. I've got to get used to using it, but you can see it's much easier to do a straight line. I've just got to work out. I haven't used this much because I'm just using boxes, but making sure it doesn't catch on that left hand corner, but much easier to go in a straight line. Let's have a go at the 3 rows. This is a bit harder because we don't have a guide and it beeps at you to when to move from row to row. You'll see this in a second. Let's line up here. I'm going to go here, I'm going to beep, I'm going to go down, beep, across, beep. So it's quite hard to align. Let's flip over the page and just have a try. On the back we can just see, let's start here, beep, down, beep, across, beep. Yeah, so you've got to be very careful, but we did a pretty good job that time. So I did 3 different colors there to have a look, but yes, that's how you can do 3 deep, but you can only go 50 mil across. There, you saw the inches comparison on the other side. Print resolution, according to the internet, 600 dpi. I don't have a way of measuring this, but the print quality looks quite good. Here's a close-up of Pikachu. You've got a pixelated Pikachu and you've got a full resolution Pikachu. And I did it in yellow because I wanted to see bright colours. You can see it looks a little bit dull, but it looks brighter in person. It's great. It's not like really punchy, but it'll do the job. Right, let's test it on different surfaces. First we've got butcher's paper. Just do a few times. I've got it so the number goes high every time. As you can see, you've got a little bit of issue here, but it dries very quickly on an absorbent surface. Something like butcher's paper is really good. Let's have a look at cardboard. That's reasonably good. Dries very quickly. Very sharp print. Sometimes you get a bit blurry if you move too fast. It's a little bit of like a smooth movement. Let's try something a bit different. We've got MDF here. And that's really great. Anything absorbent. Let's try a different surface. This is a gloss acrylic. And it won't even register. So let's try the matte surface of the acrylic. So like the matte, obviously it needs to be able to register, but you can see it doesn't have anywhere to absorb, so it wipes off. Now, interesting thing you can do is print on ribbon. I've actually got the cotton eMark special ribbon. I've not tried anything else, but I'll give this a quick demonstration for you. Comes with a little ribbon feeder. You can actually get another dock that can feed the ribbon even further than this, but we won't go into that in this video. If you want, comment below and we'll see if we can do it in a future video. So I've threaded the ribbon through this jig and we're going to put the eMark in, put it in the jig, and we just pull the ribbon across. You can see that's pretty cool. Let's have a close-up. You know, it's soaked in nice and cool. You could really do some cool branding, wrapping presents. This is one of the really interesting things you could do with the eMark. That's quite impressive, looks pretty good, that blue on there. It'd be a nice little finish to a Christmas or a birthday present, or even a product that you really want to premiumize. I just chucked our logo and did a repeater on it. You could do much more complex patterns. I was just demonstrating. That's come out really well. Let's have a look at the design. Let's take it off the dock. On the dock we've got a simple ink catching point here which you can clean out with a towel, with the charging point and where the charging cable comes into the dock, so when it sits there nicely it attaches very easily. Let's have a look at the actual design. Very sleek matte finish, nice branding, clear view, gets you a view in the internals, looks quite nice, and some more branding on the front. And you could think it's a stapler, but obviously it's a printer. But when I see it, I see a little whale breaching the ocean, like a cartoon whale, one you see on a TV show when you're a child. I think it's a sleek design. I expect nothing less from the Germans. Just one quick look over again with the dock on. And the nice LED lighting that changes, lets you know if prints have been sent through. And another look at the base. And the on-off switch is here. You've got some rollers that help you with printing. Put that back on there. So you can get up to 1500 imprints per cartridge, and I've been using it a little while and I've not had any issues. A really good use is for labeling boxes. Stock inventory, it has a numbering system, and every box you scan, it puts a number on it. And you can even put a QR code that would link to a website for the last box, so you need to reorder some more stock. I found quite handy. Price, it's steep. It's very steep for a very small printer. You could go to your local Staples or Officeworks if you're in Australia and get a printer for nothing and just pay for ink, but it's the portability and the ability to print on multiple things, and as we've shown, print from your phone, which is extremely handy. Now, is it worth it? Well, on the box it says a new era for stamps. I'd have to agree with that statement. You can throw out all your rubber stamps if you're in a business and using them all the time. I'm using it all the time, but I'm using it to label boxes and keep track of inventory. If you don't have that sort of need and you don't want to fork out nearly 400 Australian dollars, I don't suggest it's for you, but I'm really enjoying using it. I'm using it all the time and it is helping with my productivity. Thanks for watching this far. Make sure to check out this Zelda sign I made, or how to use symbols for Illustrator.